Hey everybody, it's Adam from The Lap, and today I'm going to show you some really cool ride video that I've taken over the last few weeks, but we're also going to talk about safety right after this. I have absolutely loved pretty much every minute of the last few weeks. I am here on the shores of Lake Remi, just outside of Kapuskasing, Ontario. I'm actually waiting for a new speedometer cable to come in for the KLR. Should be delivered tonight, so I should be able to put that on tomorrow and hit the road again. But means I get to spend a beautiful down day here. I think I'll do okay with that. As you can see in the videos, I'm riding in all conditions. I'm riding all kinds of different terrains. I've had the opportunity to do some amazing trail riding, some absolutely gorgeous highway riding, and just some really kind of off the beaten track riding too. So this trip has given me a little bit of everything when it comes to riding, and so I want to talk about my gear and my why I'm wearing this specific gear. But before I do that, I was talking to a fellow rider a few days ago, and something really bothered me about what he said. We were just talking about, you know, how long I've been on the road, the number of kilometers that I've been covering, and he just said, "Oh, you must be angry all the time because of idiot drivers and close calls and just the danger of riding a motorcycle every day." And it got me to thinking. Over the last few weeks, I've ridden over 6,500 kilometers, and I can remember one close call, one. And this guy was talking about just how every day, every time he's out on his motorcycle, it's close call after close call after close call. And that really got me to thinking that it's his riding style, not other drivers, that are the problem. But it did make me think about the safety. But I've also been riding through all kinds of different weather conditions. There was one day I remember I was riding from Marathon, Ontario to Thunder Bay, and the views were spectacular. But I woke up in Marathon and it was 12 degrees Celsius, and so I layered up. I was ready to go. I even had the heated grips on the KLR on. It was so chilly, and this amazing fog and mist came off of Lake Superior and cooled it down even more. So the first 100 or so kilometers of that day were really cold, and about 50 kilometers after that, suddenly it was 30 degrees out, and I find myself on the side of the road just stripping off layers because I was sweating so much. One of our followers, a very good friend of mine, Melanie Fagan, she posted the question, how do you put your gear on every day and go out and ride when it's this hot out? And so I want to go through that. So specifically, I want to talk about my gear. So I am wearing my Olympia Newport riding gear. Both my jacket and the pants are Newport. I would love to take credit for this, but Rick did the research when it came to our riding gear. This gear was specifically bought so that we could wear it comfortably all through our travels through Central America. And so the biggest thing about it is its breathability. And if you want to know the technical specs, go ahead and look up the Newport Olympia line. But basically, this is all a heavy-duty sort of Kevlar mesh, and so it breathes incredibly well. and without that mesh, I don't think I would have been comfortable on the bike for a lot of the very hot days. I'm very, very happy with the gear, but I think one of the sort of neatest things about this gear, yes, it's heavily padded, very protective, all of the important things that you want in motorcycle gear and that Olympia is known for. But it also comes with these. So this jacket and these pants. This jacket can either go inside this one. So if it's a cold day, I've got a windbreak between my skin and the elements. Or it's also the rain gear, and so it can quickly go over top of that jacket. And I have ridden this, or I've worn this while riding in absolutely torrential rain. And other than sort of a few normal spots like through my elbows, I don't get wet at all. And this gear has been excellent. And same thing with the pants. These can go either underneath my riding pants, if it's a little bit chilly out, or it can go over top if it's raining. So this gear, relatively lightweight, very, very comfortable. One piece of advice that I will give, and that will hopefully answer Melanie's question, is I constantly stop and soak my t-shirt. So if it's 40 degrees out, I will stop wherever I am. If there's a lake or a river, and thankfully up here there's a lot of those, I will just strip my t-shirt off, soak it in the water, put it back on wet, put my gear back on, and I've got air conditioning for the next 25-30 minutes before it dries out. If there's one thing that I would, I guess, kind of have a bit of a complaint about, it would be their Velcro. So right here, the Velcro actually came away from the pants, and so I've put a safety pin in there to hold it. The Velcro itself, after all kinds of usage, it just isn't sticking anymore. So I will actually have to replace this piece of Velcro, and there's a couple of others that I will replace. But if the Velcro is the biggest complaint that I have about my riding gear, I think I'm doing okay. When it comes to motorcycle riding safety, I'm huge on it. It is, I don't go on trips like this expecting to have crashes. I don't go on trips like this. I don't ride anytime expecting to have crashes. That said, I'm not oblivious to the fact that riding motorcycles it is an inherently dangerous hobby. We as motorcycle riders have to be aware of everything going on around us. And so to the gentleman who said he gets frustrated and angry every time he's out on his bike, I think it's time for you to look in the mirror a little bit, pay a little bit more attention to how it is that you're riding, where you're riding, what you're doing to cause that kind of frustration, because quite frankly, I just don't have it. I don't. From here, I am going to be heading down to Lake Simcoe later this week. I'm going to spend the weekend at a cottage there with a few friends. And then hopefully the weekend after that, Rick and I are actually going to be able to meet up. He's planning on jumping on his bike and coming and finding me wherever I am. And then my plan is to head up and ride the Ottawa Valley, and then kind of make my way down through Ontario and pick up a bunch of spots that I've missed. But if there's one thing I can say, this trip has really opened my eyes to how amazing and beautiful this province is. So if you have a chance, whether it's by motorcycle, by car, whether you're taking 2 months or 4 days, go out and see some of the amazing beauty that we have in this province. If you like the videos that we're putting up, please be sure to hit subscribe, hit like, throw a comment down for other video ideas that you'd like to see, and please share it with everybody that you know. And until next time, ride safe.